Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to live inside of an Oreo. That's right, I'll be showing you how to make an Oreo house. You would be incredibly surprised at how many people have actually suggested that I make this, and I think that it's turned out really, really well. Who wouldn't want to live inside a big, giant, chocolatey Oreo cookie? Exactly. Everybody would love that, me included. Hopefully you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you do, please do remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more stuff by me, please do consider leaving a suggestion with your like. It always helps to know what you guys want to see next. But without any further ado, let me show you how to make this delicious house. So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some brown concrete, black terracotta, white concrete, white stained glass paint, and some quartz stairs. That's pretty much everything that you need to make the house itself. Of course, if you want to build the inside, you'll need other stuff. I'm not going to be doing that in this video, as I want you guys to be able to build your own interior. You might not even feel like making one. Now, once you have all of these materials, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'll be making mine right here. Well, we're going to begin the build off by looking at the ground. It's easiest to look at the ground and place a brown concrete. And from that brown concrete, place a brown concrete up left diagonally. Go left by 2. 1, 2. Place an up left diagonal. Go left by 1. Place 2 up left diagonals. 1, 2. Go up by 1. Place an up left diagonal. Go up by 2. 1, 2. Place an up left diagonal. Go up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place an up right diagonal and go up by 2. Place an upright diagonal and go up by 1. Place 2 upright diagonals, 1 and 2. Go right by 1. Place an upright diagonal and go right by 2, 1, 2. Place an upright diagonal and go right by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Place a bottom right diagonal and go right by 2, 1, 2. Place a bottom right diagonal, go right by 1. Place 2 bottom right diagonals, 1, 2. Go down by 1. Place a bottom right diagonal. Down by 2. 1, 2. Place a bottom right diagonal and go down by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place a bottom left diagonal and go down by 2. 1, 2. Place a bottom left diagonal and go down by 1. Place 2 bottom left diagonals. 1, 2. Go left by 1. Place a bottom left diagonal and go left by 2. 1, 2. Place a bottom left diagonal and connect all the way over to the left. And what you'll end up with is a nice perfect circle like this. So once you have your perfect circle, all you want to do is add an additional layer of brown concrete directly on top of your circle. So instead of having simply one row at the base of your Oreo, you want to have 2 rows. It's as simple as that. Something you might want to consider, by the way, I kind of thought about doing this, was placing it on like a plate and placing like a glass of milk or something next to it. I thought that might have been kind of fun. But anyway, we've got 2 rows. We now want to take out our white concrete and we want to place a row of white concrete above and inside of the row of brown concrete that we've just placed. So quite simply, 1 row above, 1 row inside, not connecting at the corners. That's very important. We do not want this to connect at the corners. We want to place a filling of white concrete. So we have our chocolatey base. We're now making the cream in between the 2 parts of the Oreo. And then, of course, once we've made the middle part, we will once again go ahead and make the top part. But here's the deal. Once you have placed your row of white concrete for the Oreo, we want to place 2 additional rows of white concrete directly on top. So once you have this sort of effect, you want to add 2 more rows of white concrete directly on top. So very easily, just as you did with the brown concrete, you want to simply just add 2 more rows of white concrete directly on top, and that will be the filling. And later on, we're not going to do it once we've placed the white. We'll wait until the very end. We'll add windows into our white concrete. By the way, that's 1 row done. We have to do 1 more. We'll add windows into our white concrete. We'll also add a door. We'll also add an an entrance. And if you like, once again, it depends whether you want to make this into a house or not. It's up to you whether you want to just have a big giant Oreo statue or an Oreo house, but you might want to also, of course, add the floor and the interior, but I will not be showing you that in this video. So far, this is what we have. Grab the brown concrete again, and what we now want to do is we want to place a row of brown concrete above and outside of the row of white concrete. So we want to copy, essentially what we're doing is we're copying the shape of brown concrete that we have down below, but all you have to do to accomplish this effect is literally just go above and outside of the row of white concrete that we've already just placed. We're just copying the shape. All we're doing is we're just copying the shape that we started off with, because we don't want a wonky Oreo. We want it to be pristine. So that's all we're doing. And once we've placed this one layer of brown concrete, and by the way, I've got the urge, I don't know why, to call it brown chocolate. I've got no idea why. I'm just thinking about cookies now. I kind of really want one. I'm a little bit hungry, and this is making me hungrier. Well, once we've placed our one layer of brown concrete, we're going to be placing yet another layer because we want it to be even with the bottom. So we've placed that one. Let's place another. Just directly on top of the row of brown, we'll place just our one additional layer of brown concrete to double up on our Oreo. So we're just going to place the brown concrete directly on top, as you can see here, like that. And all we're going to do, once we have placed that second layer of brown concrete, we're just going to fill the top of this in using our brown concrete. So once we have indeed filled in that second layer, once we've added that second layer on top, we're just going to fill the entire top of this in using brown concrete. And once we've done that, guess what we're going to be doing after that? Well, every single Oreo that I've seen has the word Oreo written on top of them. Just in case you couldn't recognize them without it, we're going to be writing Oreo directly on top of this once we've done it. So all we've got to do is just fill this in. As I keep saying, I keep repeating myself because honestly, there's not really anything else to talk about. There's not like a massive amount of instruction here. We're just going to fill the top of this in, and we're pretty much good for the roof of the house, because of course we don't want any holes in the top of our house. That's the last thing that we want. And you might notice that once we have filled this in, I mean, there is additional detail that you could add, but it's really difficult to add it in and make it look good without making this house like 2 to 3 times bigger, which would be insane. I mean, it's a really big house already. It's kind of huge, honestly. Without making it even bigger, you can't really add all of the cool, intricate details that you would usually get on an Oreo itself. You know how it has that cool patterning on the top and around it? I really like it, but like I said, you can't really add it without making it insanely big. But there we go. This is what we want to have so far. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab our black terracotta. We're going to come to specifically, it's important, the left-hand side of the Oreo. And on top, we're going to find the middle block in this row of 5 that we have on the left. This is the middle block. We're going to move right of it by 2. 1, 2, so we're on this block, and we want to place a black terracotta. And what we want to do with this terracotta is we want to go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do 3 upright diagonals. 1, 2, 3. Take that first initial terracotta that we placed, and we want to go down from it by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we want to place 3 bottom right diagonals. 1, 2, 3. And the shape that we're looking for should look exactly like this. Kind of looks like a happy face if you turn the right way. Anyway, once you've done that on the left-hand side of your Oreo, you want to come all the way over to the right-hand side. You want to locate the middle block, which is this one. And you want to move inwards by 2. 1, 2. Place a black terracotta. Go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. And do 3 up left diagonals. 1, 2, 3. But then you want to come to the first initial terracotta and go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. And do 3 bottom left diagonals. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to connect the bottom and the top parts together to create kind of like an oval shape. Like this. Perfect. And all we're going to do in here is we're going to write the word Oreo, just in case you didn't know. on the very left hand side where we started our terracotta, so this is a terracotta that we went up and down from, we want to, from this terracotta, leave a gap of 1 going right, leave a gap of 1, place a black terracotta. Go up from that terracotta by 2, 1, 2, right by 2, 1, 2, down by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, left by 2, up 1, to give us an O. Leaving a gap of 1 from the right hand side of the O, we're going to place an entire row of black terracotta that is equal in length to the O. We then want to take the top block of the, well, this is the R, we want to take the top block of the R, we're going to want to go right by 2, down 1, bottom left diagonal, bottom right diagonal, down 1. We then, leaving a gap of 1 between the R, we want to once again place an entire row of black terracotta that is equal in length to, this is going to be the E. We'll take the bottom block, extend it right by 2, the top block, extend it right by 2, the middle block, extend it right by 2. Then, leaving a gap of 1 between the E, we once again want to place an entire row of black terracotta that is equal in length to the E, as you might imagine. We want to take the bottom block, extend it right by 2, 1, 2, go all the way up, and connect to the top. It's as easy as that. And there we've written the word Oreo. Once again, if you want to add additional detail to the top of the Oreo, you might find it difficult because, I mean, you have to make it bigger to be able to apply more detail, but it's up to you. That is your Oreo. Now, if you want to leave that as just like a statue, that's a really cool statue to have in your house, to have in your world. But if you want to turn it into a house, if you come all the way to the very front of your Oreo, so, you know, pick a side that is the front, this is mine, right at the base of the Oreo, we want to place a brown concrete in the very bottom center of the front of your Oreo. And we're going to place a quartz stairs in front of and above the brown terracotta. The brown concrete actually, and we're going to place brown concrete all around those stairs, so left and right of each one of the stairs and in between to just make a nice doorway. We're going to destroy 2 blocks just above where these stairs are to allow us access to the house, and we're even going to destroy blocks left and right of those 2 access entry blocks just to make it look a little bit more homey. Then we're going to go around the Oreo. Anywhere that we want to, we're going to destroy a block and we're going to place a glass pane inside of it. So anywhere basically where you have rows of 3 are good to destroy the middle block, place a window, and anywhere that you have rows of 5, if you destroy the 3 middle blocks and place a window, then this will allow a nice amount of natural light inside of your Oreo house. You can add more windows than this, you can add less windows than this, it's completely up to you. Whatever really does just work for you, then this is, you know, then this is what you might want to do. More windows, less windows, completely up to you. But you will find that that makes a really nice, really simple, really spacious, surprisingly functional Oreo house. And I'm going to leave the inside completely up to you, ladies and gentlemen. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, because this is the tutorial complete, once again, there will not be an inside tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button. If you enjoy the content and you'd like to see some more stuff by me, then please do subscribe to the channel and consider clicking the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And here's a big and. If you do want to see more stuff specific that I've not made yet, leave a comment with your like on the video. I'd love to see what you want to see next. And above everything else, if you do want to check out more of my channel, this is kind of like a weird part of my world. It's like a mixture of city and weird builds. Check out the card system, the description below. You'll find all sorts of playlists in there that will show you how to make all sorts of crazy stuff like this. So please, do all those things. I'd really appreciate it. If you do want to do them, I'm not pressuring you. It's up to you whether you want to do any of them. I'd just appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.